Queen Margrethe has significantly reduced her workload since announcing her abdication last December. The monarch enjoyed a quiet holiday at K Castle in France, but has now returned to her duties. The mother of King Frederick visited the Glass Art Museum in the town of Ebeltoft. During this visit, Queen Margrethe appeared with a bandage on her arm, which attracted a lot of attention. The royal household shared details of Queen Margrethe's visit through their official social media profile. According to official sources, during this visit, the mother of King Frederick of Denmark was able to observe the process of creating a vase with the museum director, Chris Lowry. This is not the first time Queen Margrethe has visited this glass museum in Ebeltoft. Her connection with this institution began many years ago and remains very close. For this visit, Queen Margrethe chose a simple and elegant white mid-length shirt dress with short sleeves. She complemented the outfit with a black belt, cream loafers, and a matching bag. As we mentioned earlier, the bandage on her left arm attracted the most attention from those present. In photos from the museum visit, the 84-year-old woman is seen wearing a large patch on her left forearm. The pictures show her examining glass items, applauding enthusiastically, or attentively listening to a lecture. In almost all of these photos, one thing is common: the bandage below Margaret's elbow. Although the injury did not seem to limit her movement, the bandage caused concern. The royal household remains silent on the matter. Some Nordic media outlets have contacted the Danish royal household's press office to inquire about the reason for the Queen wearing a bandage on her arm, but there has been no official response. However, it does not appear to be a serious problem. In subsequent visits this week, she also had this bandage. Queen Margrethe is not the only one who has appeared in public with a bandage in recent weeks. For example, in early August, Queen Mary appeared at a funeral in Copenhagen with a patch on her chin. At that time, official sources also did not provide any details about what happened to King Frederick's wife, who tried to hide the bandage with makeup and facial expressions. As for other royal family news, Crown Prince Christian decided not to enter university or undergo military training. After graduating from high school at Ordrup Gymnasium with good grades, Danish Prince Christian needs some time to think. He will become the next king of the Danes, the successor to the throne of his father, King Frederick, and his mother, Mary. But it seems that such a heavy responsibility, weighing on his young shoulders, has led him to take a necessary break to consider how he wants to direct his life. He will do this by taking a gap year, during which he will not be able to enter university this year, which will be his next step toward the royal throne. But he has not only postponed his studies, he has also decided not to undergo the military training necessary to fulfill his royal duties. Instead, he wants to travel, explore himself, and discover his strengths. Something that prompted him to pack his bags and settle in Africa. The route that brought him to the African continent, where he went on September 4th, was to work on a farm. This seems like an unusual task for a crown prince. Although he firmly wishes to sweat it out by performing tasks typical for farms of this kind, in addition to overseeing the work of 2 other agricultural estates. Moreover, as officially clarified, he will not only act as a farmer but also perform the administrative tasks typical of this type of activity. This work is expected to be completed over the next 3 months. The return of the son of Frederick of Denmark and Mary is not expected until December next year. He will do so to resume the institutional role he represents as heir to the Danish throne, although after the necessary creative sabbatical year, during which he will remain out of the media spotlight. He has already stated that all details of his stay in Africa, as well as his subsequent movements, will remain strictly confidential until he decides to resume his university studies, and possibly his military training is currently on hold. For this reason, no further details about his stay are being published. They warn in advance from the Danish palace to avoid possible complaints when nothing is heard from Prince Christian over the next 3 months, until December. This, on the other hand, is a common occurrence in the Danish monarchy when he takes a gap year to focus on personal development through learning in other areas, far from palace routine. This is what his father, King Frederick, did in his youth when he settled in Mongolia in 1989, or when he worked at a winery in California. Just like his grandmother, Queen Margrethe, who did the same in South and East America in the 1960s. This period of change and breaks within the Danish royal family shows that even monarchs seek personal growth and self-development, despite their titles and duties. Queen Margrethe continues to fulfill her royal responsibilities with unwavering elegance and resilience, even when her health occasionally demands attention. Her determination ensures that minor issues do not distract her from what she loves, being among her people and supporting cultural initiatives. Prince Christian, on the other hand, is choosing an unconventional path for a future king, stepping away from the traditional trajectory to find his own way through work and life experiences. This decision demonstrates his maturity and awareness that to become a great leader, one must understand the world, its people, and oneself. Such an approach could provide him with unique skills and perspectives that will help him lead the country wisely in the future. An openness to change and a commitment to personal growth are what define the modern Danish monarchy, where traditions blend with the desire to evolve and adapt to new times. This approach is inspiring, showing that even the deepest roots can reach new heights while still honoring one's heritage and history.